with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren, along with his fellow podcast brothers, Dorian, the D.A. Alberton, James, the Angry One Warren, Mike Mills, and Daryl, D-Dub Warren. This is a real sports podcast for real fans. This is a sports podcast with no hot takes, no narratives, just real, unadulterated sports talk. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, Sports Chasers Podcast. We can be found on all podcast platforms, plus all social media platforms by searching Sports Chasers Podcast. All information is in our bio. Please be advised, at times there may be some explicit and colorful language. We are the defenders of the fans. Now, here's your host and moderator, Kevin L. Warren!
What up, everybody? It's another Thursday night here with the Sports Chasers Podcast. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's doing good. It's another Thursday night. The Sports Chasers Podcast is live and direct, coming to you where we share sports, and we got a lot of good things to get into tonight. We won't belabor the moment. I'm going to go on my screen from left to right, introduce the crew tonight. We got the man, the legend, the DA. DA, what's up, brother? What's going on tonight? How are you, sir?
Everything is great, man. Just check and see. A lot of things happening, I guess. Or it could be much ado about nothing. So, we'll see. It's, people get excited over things that they maybe should not get excited about. But we'll see.
That's correct. Appreciate that, DA. The Angry One, James Eric. What's up, bro? How are you, sir?
What's going on, Sports Chasers family? How y'all doing, man? All I got to say is, how about them Yankees? Bye. How about them Yankees?
What's the score? Are they beating up on the Astros?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got some other stuff pulled up on my screen, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. We'll get to the Yankees here in a little bit. D-Dub, what's up?
Yo, what's good, man? What's good? Thursday night, Sports Chasers Podcast. We in the building. I don't know what the score is right now. They're on the screen, but
it's 2-0 Astros.
Astros, yeah, we down
top four. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, this was an early game. No. Early game today.
Yeah.
So tonight we're gonna talk about Major League Baseball, as we just precluded. We'll talk a little bit about the live. Your man Rory and what's his name is going back and forth. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about a little tennis tonight. Stanley Cup playoffs hockey. As you know, the series has ended. The Avalanche congratulates to the Colorado Avalanche for clinching the cup. They won on Sunday night. Dan is not with us tonight, but Dan has left me some notes to impart to the crew, to all you out there that loves hockey. So y'all stand by for that. But around 3:00 this afternoon, look down at my phone.
Floodgates. Floodgates have opened.
We was also going to talk about NBA and free agency and how the Knicks are moving heaven and earth to get Brunson. We'll talk about that. But around 3:00, I was saying before E said the floodgates open. Yes, the floodgates open. And according to Gene Wojciechowski, he has said he has his inside information that Kevin Durant has requested a trade. After Kyrie signed his deal the other day, he opted back in for his $37 million, I believe, the other day. And now Kevin Durant, he says he's requesting a trade. And I'm going to start off with the crew. I'm going to start off with D-Dub because he says, I need the links out early so we can get into this. D-Dub, it's on you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Kevin Durant, I don't know what to make of this really, other than, okay, we had Kyrie the whole week since early this Monday. Was talking about Kyrie. So Kyrie finally, he had to Wednesday to opt in to his deal. as we said here on the Sports Chasers podcast, we already said that he ain't going nowhere. He's not leaving that money on the table. What happened? Sure enough, he signs the deal. Okay, cool. So that you would think that, everything's in place with the Nets, and Nets is going on the way. But not so. Early, as you said, alluded to, about 3:00 today, roughly. Kevin Durant says he wants out. He has 2 teams so far that possibly with the Suns and Miami Heat. I think you're gonna see a lot of teams slow down right now since they're gonna try to rework these. There's a couple of signings that went on today. At 6:00 p.m. For other than that, I think teams are trying to slow down, trying to figure out what they got or what they have in order to make that move to get Kevin Durant. And again, like we was talking a little while ago, the Nets don't have to move this guy. He's already signed 4 years in. So, it behooves the Nets to, since he wants to go, to get the best available deal, what they want, not what he wants. They're in the driving seat. So I understand he doesn't want to play there, but he doesn't control nothing. So
let me just go around and then I'll come back with my follow-up. Eric, what's your thoughts here on Kyrie Irving? Kevin Durant.
My first initial thoughts was like, wow. Let's see how many teams is going to pony up to try to see what they can do to get this man on their squad, what assets they can do, and all this other stuff. But then it was like, just like most people, I jumped the gun, and so I had a chance to think about it. And just like D-Dub said, yo, man, you under contract, whether it be 4 years, 1 year, or whatever. The Brooklyn Nets are in the driver's seat. They got their seat buckle on, and they driving with both hands on the wheel, okay? Just because your star player allegedly demands, because I haven't seen these words come out of his mouth, so this is all alleged, but this is what we do. Just because your star player allegedly comes out and says that he demands a trade, okay, I could go to my supervisor's office and say, I demand a vacation right now. That man could laugh me in my face and say, man, get back to work. And I'll get right on back to work. Man, to me, this is all a ploy. After I thought about it, this is all a ploy. Okay. Once upon a time, the late, great Kobe Bryant asked for a trade, said that he was going to do this and do that just so he can get a little bit of wiggle room and get a little bit of power on his side. So that's just something to think about. I'm not saying that that's what it is, but just another perspective for the fans out there.
Gotcha. DA, what's your assessment on Kevin Durant saying he wants to go?
Go ahead. I like what Eric just said. We don't know, man. I didn't hear it from the horse's mouth. Dudes do a bunch to get a bunch. So you say these things in the press because it's now the court of public opinion pays you and counsels you and does everything else. So the reality is that could be it, right? Where he's just putting it out there and he really doesn't want to go anywhere. Because when you think about it, the dude just wants to hoop. But if you're talking about where's the best place for him to hoop, where it looks like a championship would be coming to you, that would probably be in Brooklyn, right? Because you can go to Phoenix, but look at the West, right? You go to Phoenix, you can look at the West, though. That's not easy. It's actually probably harder than the East. So, again, unless he's scared of Giannis or something, his best place for winning is right there in Brooklyn, right? Because now Ben gets Giannis. Ben gets to guard Giannis because he's 6'10" too, right? So it gets a little easier, in Brooklyn. So I'm not sure, and I don't know if he'll go or not. Makes no sense to me because I just took a cursory look at the television a few minutes ago, and everything to get Kevin Durant is like you gotta give up, 4 dudes, their baby mothers, a car, a pack of cigarettes, and some chicken. No one's giving all that up, man. Because remember, you go to a team and you lose all that, then you're no longer a good team.
Facts.
Okay, you're no longer. So if Phoenix has to give up Bridges in this one and that one and this one, they're not the same team anymore. They're not a great team. So
and let me just point out, since you brought Phoenix up, that it's allegedly been said that Brooklyn is not even talking to Phoenix unless Devin Booker is on the trade table. So, were you going to go over there just with Chris Paul? Because you're going to want Booker, you're going to want Ayton, and whoever else you could fit. So you right back to square one.
They just gave Booker a lot of money today, so I don't think that's part of the deal.
Listen, just to chime back in, Kev. I mean, after when you first hear this news, you're like, "Oh my God, what about you?" Just like you jump out the window, then you sit back and you just, listen, you got to get something back for this man. You're not just going. He's Kevin Durant, but the Brooklyn Nets are just not going to just give him away to you guys and act like y'all just going to give me DeAndre Ayton and call it a day. No, that's not going to happen. And even if Miami, who you going to give me back? Tyler Hero?
They don't have enough.
The other kid?
They don't have enough.
What, Jimmy Butler? So you ain't
got
nothing.
They don't have enough.
You don't have anything. So all of this, as I'm thinking about it, and as DA has said this, sometimes these people just throw this stuff out here for the court of, in the court of public opinion to have, spinning wheels. And sometimes I think they allow the media to try to do the work for these people to make things, you understand what I'm saying? So
right.
I'm like, this really doesn't make sense. Now you say I seen this talk about the Pelicans.
Oh, come on, man.
Pelicans, what are you going to do? Give me Zion Williamson, who hasn't played? You get younger, but you don't know his injury history.
Listen.
Unless you're talking about Ingram.
Yeah, well, that's what they talk. But listen, think about it. The Nets just went through this getting Ben Simmons for Harden.
They had 2 teams.
I wouldn't, if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I'm not caring what he says. You're going to stay right here and you're going to play this game with this guy, me, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons. And we're going to get Ben Simmons correct. And that's what it is. Because it's really what else you going to do? I mean, you could, if you don't like Kyrie, you can trade him, but his stock is going down from what I understand.
So let me interject here for a second, right? So you say that, Kevin Durant's not going nowhere, but I hate to sound like a politician. What's the root cause problem of why he wants to do? If anybody listened to Kevin Durant last week, he was on this podcast. Me and Dorian DA was talking about this, how this guy, all he wants to do, in my opinion, sound like Eric, in my opinion, Kevin Durant just wants to hoop, man. He doesn't want all the extra stuff. And please believe, don't get me wrong, he's not that type of dude. I think, again, in my opinion, just from the outside looking in, that he cares about what the next man's doing. He just wants to hoop. Because DA, I'm gonna pass it off to you. What did he say about the LeBron stuff? Right? What did he say? He said it publicly. He said, "Yo, that stuff was toxic over there."
Yeah, he doesn't dig all the
extra stuff.
Yeah, but at the same time, Kev, I agree with you on that. I just think that his issue is going to come where, though he just wants to hoop, he hoops within a business. And the business part is what's going to win out. It's not going to be man, I just want to play ball. They go, all right, we're just going to play ball here. Right? So it's not, they're going to try to acquiesce to, I guess, whatever his issues may be. But the problem with him is, and I'm sorry to say this, he's one of those passive-aggressive dudes that's never actually going to say what's wrong with him, right? Or is going to say what is bothering him. No, I just want to go, It's just too much over here. I'm just trying to be out. If that's the reason why he's doing this. Dog, can't
Correct.
nobody solve the problem if you don't say anything. Right? So the reality is that you ain't got to say Dorian, because just the people that you work with, you need to go talk to them and let them know why you would like to leave, and maybe they can do something. But the reality is as long as they're selling sneakers and jerseys and bags and hats and everything else with your name on it, yeah, I know you just want to hoop, but the business trumps that now. So what are the Nets supposed to do with all their merch that they got, all the money they have invested in this team? I understand the last few years, James Harden and Ben Simmons, some crazy ish has been going down, but I don't think that teams are willing to continue to put up with this losing money.
Well,
every year.
This is what happened was because he thought he had a refuge in Kyrie. This was the guy that he thought that was going to be the guy, the leader for him, so he can just hoop. But it comes out that Kyrie is about Kyrie.
Yeah,
and
a
lot of stuff happened.
I agree, but like your brother said, I don't know if Kevin even cares if Kyrie is about Kyrie.
But no, this is not what I'm saying. Is all he does wants to hoop?
Yeah,
I got it. But it's just like he doesn't want to get involved in all that extracurricular. And this is what you're saying is you at some point the business of basketball, you're going to have to be about that part of it. You're going to have to take over that part. And that's why I think Kyrie is, man, I just say the common denominator, this guy is the problem. And I would ship him out. I don't care about his talent. The talent is great. We got it. But
even with him, you got to still get.
You just have to find somebody who is leadership quality and could control the ship. And they don't have nobody right now that could do that.
Well, let me just interject, and I'm gonna say this now since y'all kind of segued into it and let the door open for me for this alley. The only ones that can right this ship are the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is a trash ass organization. Okay, we've seen this a couple years ago where they made that dumbass trade for them old guys in Boston. They got Jason Terry, they got Paul Pierce, and they got Kevin Garnett. And what did they get out of that?
Nothing.
Okay. Building a team, a super team, is not easy. This is not 2K on Xbox or PS4, 5, 6, 7, whatever you want to call it. Okay. It takes continuity. Okay. It takes special effort from all parts to right the ship. Why it worked in Miami with D Wade and LeBron and Bosh, because after a while, somebody had to take the reins because they already had the foundation in the organization. Somebody had to take the reins and be the guy, and the other guys had to back off. Okay. And the same thing, Golden State, the same thing. You already had the foundation from the organization. You had a foundation for a team. Kevin Durant, all he had to do was come in and hoop. That's all he had to do. That does not work everywhere. Okay. The Brooklyn Nets, people could point at Kyrie, KD, Jimmy G, whoever, whatever other name you want to throw in there. But this is the Brooklyn Nets' fault. This is their mess. And I hope all the other owners, okay, that's thinking about doing mess like this is what you're going to get, okay? Because you're looking for this guy to do this and this guy to do that. You're supposed to have an owner, a general manager, and a coaching staff. All is supposed to see one vision, and you get the players to ride out and execute that vision. That is what it's supposed to be in your organization for the NBA, okay? San Antonio, Miami, and Golden State are the only ones who have displayed that night in and night out once they got there. Everybody else is just shooting threes and missing at the rim.
Hold on. And, we talked about this. Hey, Kev, we have talked about organizations being held hijacked by Hans and not running their show, not doing what they're supposed to do, and letting players dictate to them because of the talent. They don't want ruffle no feathers with these guys, and they want these guys to come. So their mans and them, you know how it goes. I'm gonna get my mans and them on. Yo, DeAndre, I could get you a bag over here. Come on over. Yo, the organization says they really like DeAndre Jordan.
Well, that's it.
Oh,
That's the problem, though.
Right? Okay, but this
That's
is what's
the problem.
going on, and people not calling it out though. This is exactly what's going on. I'm getting my mans in them. Well, we don't want to make Kyrie and this guy mad. Yo, DeAndre, go ahead, get this bag. DeAndre Jordan, remember, he was trash.
Well,
in that.
I mean, he was done.
Yeah.
He was finished. To now. He was done. He couldn't
Come
play.
on, man. Let's just be
Probably
honest.
2 years before that.
And shout out to DeAndre Jordan. There's no shade on you, but he wasn't DeAndre Jordan of LA Clippers time.
He was done.
Not that guy.
Yeah, he was.
Stop playing.
Yeah, but you see, like, we always say this, right? On his own, GM, president's president, coach is coach, and players play.
Look for the merch.
At the end of the day, I can't. If it's 2 words, man, it's 2 letters. No. At some time, you got to call a dude bluff, right? So
they don't want to do it because they're scared. They want to get the.
Some do, and bad organizations don't, right? So in Milwaukee, they not letting nobody hold them for hostage. If it ain't right, you gone. Now we good.
Facts. And that goes down back to what you said.
Toronto,
bad organizations.
Yeah, you gotta. We gotta back up for the backup. Or we can't get this guy. We get this guy.
Miami.
Get that guy. Same thing. There's a lot of teams that do it.
Riles ain't playing in Miami.
Why? Because these teams have been so bad for years. They are so, and they do anything.
But it's
that's what
bad
happens.
management.
Bad management.
Yeah,
bad management.
That means you've been getting high draft picks,
and right? Still haven't done nothing.
You just haven't been developing the players that you get, and they're not.
There you go.
Panning out to being what you need them to be, right?
And that's the real reason what's going on here.
So I'm not. Listen, man, Kevin, go get what you're going to get. I
attempt to.
I go back originally what Eric said, man. I ain't hear from the dude's mouth, so I don't know if this shit is even real. Right? It is a slow news sports cycle in their words.
It was slow up until that point.
It still is to me because I don't know if this is real. I don't know if this is real because for the points that we have just brought up, it makes it seem as if it's WWE. Who the hell has players to trade for this guy? Nobody. All right, so there we are. Over. Stop. Boom. Bow. Bing. It's done. There's no one to trade for him. Nobody has a 1-for-1 player or a 2-for-2 player, 2-for-1 player for this guy. So with that being said, yeah, you're going to be here, homie. Hey, Skippy, you're going to be here for a little while, all right? Hey, all right? Come sit down over here. That's what's going to happen because there's nowhere else for him to go. Phoenix doesn't have enough. What are they going to give him? Miami's a team game. They get him. They're not going to have anything left. So I don't see it. It could happen because I'm not 100% right on anything. I'm just saying that it doesn't make sense to me that it would happen. Now it makes a lot more sense. Like he said that this could just be a ploy for some other reasons. But I don't, man, listen. Like I said, much ado about nothing. At least I think. I hope. So.
Go through some of the free agent signings. I won't call it a whirlwind. JaVale McGee just signed with the Mavericks, $20.1 million 3-year option deal. Nick Claxton signed back with the Nets, 2 years, 22. Lonnie Walker agreed to a deal with the LA Lakers. This should be good here. Right here, I'm reading. Malik Monk, he signed with. He went with the
Kings.
He went down the road. He wanted to stay with the Lakers, but he had a pretty good year. One of the bright spots in the Lakers
this is a strange one though, because they already got a 2. They just picked up a 2 in the draft. So I we'll see. Somebody leaving. And remember, the old boy's still out there, right? I call him the best jump shot shooter no one talks about. What's dude's name? Golly gee.
Are you talking about
Buddy Hield?
Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
Okay. Buddy Hield. So
Yeah.
Buddy leaving. So I guess Buddy leaving. Buddy can shoot. I'd get Buddy.
Well, Buddy ain't gonna take less, is he?
He got to go. He gonna leave. Somebody leaving. Somebody, because they got one of the young boy, then they got Buddy, and then they taking Malik. That's 3 2 guards. You don't need them. So
Hey, the Milwaukee Bucks picked up Joe Ingles too.
that's a good.
That's a good move.
That's a good
They
move,
signed
man.
Joe Ingles, then
That's a
re-signed Bobby
that's-
Portis, Wesley Matthews, and Javon Carter to the
That's-
mid-level exemption.
That's a good move by Milwaukee, I think.
Philadelphia picked up
I say
PJ
PJ
Tucker.
might go there.
Yeah.
That's a good move. That's a good move. They're
And-
trying to get rid of Tobias, so
Well, where would Harris go then? If-
they're trying to trade
Good
him,
deal.
but he got a big salary, so he might just be there.
Tyus Jones goes back to the Grizzlies. He signed 2 years for $30 million. What else here has happened?
Lou Dort.
Bradley Beal. He signed his
signed?
deal.
He took his
Yep.
money.
all of the big hitters kind of re-signed.
Yeah, they signed. Ain't nothing. Lou.
Jokic signed his supermax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Boy, did he.
I mean, he's the richest player. I think they're the highest paid
Yeah, he is.
player.
Zach LaVine is still out there.
Yeah.
Well, James Harden, he's all but signed. He's back in.
They're just
I don't know.
refinancing.
Yeah, I don't know what
Structure.
DeAndre. I don't know what DeAndre Ayton is going to do. Miles Bridges, he'll be signed. He just got to get out of this little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
I would definitely take Colin Sexton. They got him as a 2 guard, but he's a
point
one.
guard, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I would. And then we got to sign back Mitchell Robinson, but that's why they signed somebody named Hartenstein. Isaiah Hart. Yeah, Hartenstein.
He's
Isaiah
a
Hartenstein.
big. He
He's a center.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's there if Money Making Mitch don't resign. So
Interesting.
yeah, Bobby Portis resigned. Kyle, they'll probably sign him back. They love him out there. Nurkic and Portland. I hope he stays because he's all he got. Tyus Jones, Gary Payton. He just better take what he needs to get. Mo Bamba. Oh yeah. You know Lincoln Houses. All right, Uptown Harlem. He just got 2 year, 21 million. I guess he's getting 11 a year. So hey, it looks like guys are kind of settling in, man. I don't think it's as much as what people say. Looney's still out there. John Wall already signed,
Correct.
right? Yeah, I don't know why they haven't. Otto Porter, I don't know what's going to happen there. Montrez, not sure he'll be able to sign. Dante DiVincenzo, he can ball, man. He fell out of the rotation out there in Milwaukee when they won their first chip. He's an athlete, man. He can ball, man. We always thought of Sacramento as like the graveyard for basketball, but we'll see what happens. And I think TJ Warren should be a Knick. Just take him at the mid-level exception. He's a bucket. TJ is a bucket.
So let me also ask for the fans before we move on. We got about less than 2 minutes. Brunson to the Knicks. That's all but done, correct?
Whatever.
Yeah, he's intended to sign that deal if he hasn't already done so. $110 million.
Do you think his play? Do you think? I think Eric might have asked this question, but let me just reiterate: his play with Dallas, with the superstar. Do you think he can be so on this Knicks team? Right, he will be what? Because who's the number one right now? You got RJ Barrett, quote unquote, right? And we're not including my man who's probably going to be on his way out, Randall. So
we'll see.
do you think we can salvage Randall?
Oh, ain't got nothing to do with us.
No.
So I was get that contract. He just got signed.
Yeah.
He just got his paper last year,
Yeah, he got paper last year. Knicks probably jumped the gun.
and he's not worth anything. What is he worth?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay,
So
there you go. Yeah,
I mean, that question we asked last year.
yeah,
Should we sign him off of that 1 year that he had? He was, super, lights out until he got to the playoffs. And this is looking like a bad signing because the Knicks got gassed.
well, maybe he takes a step back. I don't know how they're going to process. Maybe he takes a step back, and maybe he's not the guy and just plays. Who knows? I don't know.
Go ahead, Kev.
No,
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say that's a big if. And I will just say, just like I said, not to sign this guy for all that money. Okay. Yes, I did say it. Yeah, New Yorkers, y'all can hate me. I don't care. I'm already dubbed a hater anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I'm going to say this. As long as Tibbs is there and Randall is there, you could bring in the Easter Bunny. You could bring in the ghost of Michael Jordan. You could bring in whoever you want. The team is not going to function well because Tibbs' guy is Randall. Randall has already showed you his ceiling. He's not going to get no much better, New York. Hate to be the guy to tell you, but you probably should already know it just by looking at him.
So what you see is what you get. You go get it, dribble 20 seconds, jump in the air, and then pass it.
And shout out to the New Yorkers. I think the New Yorkers understand what he is. I don't think that there's no secret with this guy. It's not a secret. We've seen what it. Listen, man, that playoff series was everything. It showed a lot. And
go ahead, D. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just showed a lot. I mean, he's just not that guy. He can't, and then the following year, troubles with the fans off the court. Man, it's just if the Knicks could get rid of him,
they would. No, well, they wouldn't because what Eric said, these Tibbs do. But I agree. But even last season, my dudes from New York was like, yo, Obi Toppin got knocked down in the game and Randall just looked at him and ran up court. Like, dudes see that in New York. Like, dudes like, yo, what? But for me, real quick, and I'm out, is the problem is that we don't know if Jalen Brunson is a real live point guard.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right?
And can he handle that pressure?
Yeah. Yes. That's the thing.
York,
we don't know.
I don't care what you say.
We don't know. He got to be the one. I need him to tell Julius Randle, give me the ball.
Give me the
ball.
Go
through. Run through the play.
Go. Wave him off.
Right. Yes.
Go ahead, E.
I will say that this is just my observation. I think that RJ would take a step back because I feel like RJ only did that because he's seen the dysfunction on offense. Somebody had to be like, get some control. So I don't think that RJ will have an issue with Brunson if Brunson is playing that position.
Yeah, well, see, now this is the problem, right? So did they get rid of Fournier?
No, he's still there. He's still there.
They can't get rid of that. They can't get rid of that.
So these are the issues that
Fournier is the second oldest player on the Knicks. Derrick Rose is 33. Fournier is 29. Randall's 27.
Fournier is a what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Taj Gibson.
He's a 2.
37.
Okay, so this is your problem, and why the Knicks, we can throw them in the same basket as the Nets. Because even if you get Brunson, right, and he's there at the 1 now, RJ's a 2. He's not a 3. You have RJ play the 3, he's going to get toasted because he's not big enough. He's 6'5", right? So he's a 2. And you're playing Fournier $8 billion to come off the bench. It's a problem, Knicks. It is a problem.
And you may have a budding star in Quentin Grimes, but you will never know it because you got 40 guys above him on the depth chart.
You're not
hold on, guys. Is Cam Reddish going to start?
It should start at the 3.
Not with Tibbs. Not with Tibbs running the show. Yeah, how many games did he start this year?
1, maybe 2.
Maybe.
Before he got hurt.
Again, this is all speculation, ladies and gentlemen. We just basically telling y'all a synopsis of what happened in this past season. So chances are it's going to happen again, but
hey, unless Tibbs is changing it, well, again, and this goes to another conversation we'll have at another time, and we'll let Kevin go.
Yeah.
When the NBA starts to really look at coaches and bringing in new talent instead of rerunning these old dudes, then these old dudes would change the way they're doing things because these guys just know that they'll get another job, right? They're just all on the list. So like there's a Van Gundy coming up, and then there'll be another Van Gundy coming up. This is what they do. Same coaches, same hamster wheel for coaches, and this is why the coaches don't change. On to the next book, Kev. Yeah, he got a job.
Yeah, he did. That was the NBA segment. Appreciate that, fellas. With that, we're gonna move on to Major League Baseball, the Power 25 rankings. Let me dip to it, and this is from CBS Sports. The New York Yankees, my New York Yankees, are 53 and
my New York Yankees.
53-20, the second best start ever behind the 98 Yankees. They are rolling. Very good series this past weekend. They split 4 games between them and the Astros. The Astros are very, very good. Pesky, say what you want about the cheating scandal or whatever. The Astros play really good ball. Dusty Baker got that old school mix with the young boy. The Astros threw a combined no-hitter on Sunday. Shut the Yankees out. That was the first time. The Astros is the only team that have no-hit the Yankees since 2003, this year. And the last time the Yankees got no-hit was 1953. Long time. So the Yankees are number one. Aaron Judge got his money last week. So shout out to Judge. He got his money.
Yeah, man.
The last time the Yankees won the World Series was 2009. So
by the way, fellas, we all work for Aaron Judge now. That's just part of his contract. We all work for him. That's how much money he got. We all.
The Big Blue, mighty LA Dodgers, they are number 2 to the rankings. We're going to circle back here to the LA Dodgers and Freddie Freeman. And one way to stop the Houston Astros, the aforementioned Houston Astros, they're number 3 to the power rankings. The New York Mets, they can't beat the Houston Astros. Mikey, where you at? Mike Mills, me and him talked to get Mikey was not going to be with us today. But Mets can't beat the Astros. But the Mets are playing good. The Mets might need to strengthen up their pitching, but they're going to get DeGrom and they're going to get back Scherzer here shortly. What else? The Padres, they're still doing big things, and Tatis hasn't played, not a game. And they still right there.
Don't need them. Don't need them. Make more commercials.
The Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves have been playing some awesome ball the last 2 months, boy. They've been stopped, DA. Hey
Kevin, what restaurant? What restaurant you say Freddie was at?
Yeah, I'm joking. I don't know. The Red Sox, number 7. Red Sox been playing real good ball the last month. The Toronto Blue Jays 40-32. St. Louis Cardinals 41-34. Hey, he plays in St. Louis. But Paul Goldsmith, if you don't watch him, man.
Yeah, he's a monster.
That dude can rake.
Yeah, man.
And hit for average.
It's about time. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah,
man, but he's been stealing for a while now. Yeah,
don't
think we ain't sleeping. Yeah, we know about these baseball dudes.
He been standing at the ATM.
At the ATM, and now he just not putting the code in. Come on,
he
man.
threw his mask out the car, man. He threw the mask out the car. Man.
He just put his code in.
Just put the code in, man.
He's been eating long enough.
Oh man,
eating long enough.
I'm glad. I'm happy to see it though. I'm as much as we talk about certain guys and standing at the ATM and all of that, man. I'm glad to see him finally get in that zone. It's always good to see these ball players get in that zone. When they get to it, it's crazy. Like Aaron Judge, I just don't want to pay for it. Go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry.
Milwaukee Brewers, they're number 10. San Francisco Giants are number 11. Tampa Bay Rays, they are number 12. Minnesota Twins, 41-33. They're 13. The Cleveland Guardians, they are number 14. The Philadelphia Phillies. Hey, if you didn't see when Bryce Harper got hit the other day, I want to say it was on Sunday. And Bryce Harper said, I'd rather dude just hit me in my face. I still could play. It broke a couple bones in his wrist. Yeah, he actually said that. And he's going to be out for a minute. So you saw it looked really, really bad. Blake Snell threw that 97-mile fastball, and, man, it looked really bad.
And Kev, I think we mentioned this last week about the baseballs. I don't know if we mentioned it on the show or I mentioned it to you in passing on the phone. and they talk about the baseballs and how they are slippery. Some of these pitchers are upset
that they're not allowed
about
to put right.
Because they can't put the Spider-Man on it.
Well, no. It's when they coming out the packaging. When it's coming out and they distribute the balls.
Well, they're supposed to be used balls.
No, apparently they're new, and some of the pitchers are complaining.
I think they mad, Kev, because they can't use the Spider-Man like they was using last year. What was that shit? They had them. They banned them from using
Spider Tag.
Well, if it helps them control the ball and not
more ticket tack.
If it helps them to control the ball and not hit these guys again, I
I'm
don't know. I'm not a
with
pitcher,
that.
so
Yeah, I would do.
If these guys could control the ball a little bit better than hitting people, you might want to let them do what they got to do.
But these dudes been pitching for the last 18 years of their lives.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but thank you, DA.
This is what you do. So if your job is to make French fries, and you've been doing French fries for 20 joints, then why I got these burnt crispies in my joint, money?
Hey man, sometimes I'm not going to get it right.
Son.
I'm not going to get it right.
But yo, son, they went from Crisco to vegetable oil.
Yo, but I'm saying though, son, you've been doing this shit for 20 years.
Facts, Kev. There you go.
Yo, my pops used to come in here and see you. My uncles used to come in here and see you. My mom used to come in here and see you. You've always been here making
when you are the top French fryer in the world,
you
top French fry maker,
and you making me pay $10 for these fries.
Yo, son, I'm just saying stuff happens. We change the grease up, and this is what we got.
Well, you might want to get that grease back out of that sink that you poured it down.
This is not McDowell's, brother.
Yo, we changed the grease, son.
We're in the real arches right now. So we're in the big leagues. We ain't at McDowell's.
Moving right along. Texas Rangers.
Fried chicken.
Texas Rangers are 16. The Miami Marlins are tied for 17 along with the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners and the Angels got into a real weird brawl on Saturday and Sunday where, I forgot the pitcher's name. He was mad about the getting thrown out because he said he didn't even do anything. And he did a bunch of sunflower seeds on the field. I thought that was funny. The Chicago White Sox are number 19. The aforementioned LA Angels are number 20. Baltimore Orioles been playing well of lately. They're 21. Arizona Diamondbacks 22.
We just skipped to the Pirates
23. Dan's Pirates are 24. Moved up from a spot from last week.
That's it.
And the Motown Tigers are number 25. Bringing up before I get to the Freddie Freeman thing, real quick. I was watching. Dan had called me the other night, and we was talking about. I was watching Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone got tossed the other night, Tuesday night, against the Oakland Athletics, and I forgot the home plate umpire. He was absolutely awful, and
trash.
Boone had every right to be mad. Every time Judge got out, it was awful. It was awful.
You got the strike zone went all the way down to his laces.
I'm with you. Now, listen, we had this talk before, and maybe we need to do it again so people know that we're reeling into our baseball shit.
Yes, we are.
Like, for real. Like, we've had this conversation for years. And my thing is this. Why are you there? One, if you're going to be bad. And I'm not saying, my saying, Kevin, no one goes to work to mess up, right? But if we have a instant replay system and you still get it wrong, everybody needs to pack their shit and go the fuck home.
Sorry.
I was going to follow up with that said. Manfred said a couple weeks ago that I read that they are dabbling or they're messing with something in the minor league system with a balls and strike thing that'll call it automatically, just like how you play MLB The Show and it'll show the thing. Well, that's what they're coming back, and the umpire would get the ball or strike will be called in the umpire's ear. All he got to do is relay the messages whether it was a ball or strike.
Hey, look, Naked Gun. Yeah, do the Naked Gun. Just do what you do and go.
So my question to you guys, would that be better for baseball?
Yes.
Or do we still need a
Yes.
human element when it comes to balls and strikes?
Only sliding in the home plate. That's it. That's your only job, homie.
I still like the human element. I just think that they
No,
just like how I at some places of employment, they know that they have this one employee that just refuses to do right, and what they do is instead of handling that employee face to face, they will send out a mass email to all of the other employees. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Major League Baseball.
Say it again.
I got you.
Needs to reel in the bad apple, so to speak, because it's not all of them. We have some spectacular umpires. Okay? But they don't get no love because we always talk about these guys.
But they're going to lose because at the end of the day, they're going to lose because at the end of the day, this is what we hear about, these idiots. How many years, and I'm not talking about when we were young, in the last 5-6 years have we heard umpires are inserting themselves into baseball games where they need not be? Because they're the star now, right? They're the star now. Like, when the dude had the no-hitter and you messed that up. And then you get mad when dude said you messed it up. Like, come on, dog. Like, yo, you was wrong. He was out. All right? Stop playing. You got cameras here. Right? Like, so for years, forget just little balls or strikes. We mean like big calls that games got, decided on. It's because this guy wanted to be the star of the show. And I hear this on TV. I don't work at ESPN or none of these places. But when the guys that do the baseball say, like, yo, dude's just trying to be bigger than the dude's playing. He wants his name out there in the market.
See, you're supposed to be seen, not heard, man.
Yeah, man. Golly gee.
Just do your job.
Just like how we talked about in basketball, it will segue into all of sports. Okay. If you have a problem, baseball, the ownership needs to come together and say, hey, we really need to get this under control. But we all know baseball doesn't do that because of other scandals that have gone on. So never mind. That's the issue.
The problem is going to be from the umpires union.
Yeah, but that union is not as big as the MLB union. It's not as big as the players union.
No, of course not. No, absolutely not.
Stomp those 30 dudes out. There's only 30 of them. The hell. Listen,
I mean, you can easily, if a baseball player is not playing well, you send them down to the minors. Why don't we do that with these umpires? If you want to keep your job, we're not going to fire you. Go down to the minors, go down to AAA, and we'll see how well you do for one season. And if you,
So
sounds good to me.
With that said, right? If some of y'all didn't hear out there in podcast land, Angel Hernandez, who takes a lot of heat for being not really good at his job being an umpire, he has sued Major League. He's suing Major League Baseball, I believe, again because of the rating system that they have. And he doesn't think it's fair and just with us, so he's in litigation with.
I'm sorry.
Kevin, how many other umpires have joined him in their dismay of this?
None.
This system. None.
I read none.
Okay, well, Angel Hernandez, have a nice day.
Hey, we all know, Kev. Real talk now. That strikes me because I'm a city dude and union dude, and the reality is this, man. We all get evaluated. And if you don't want to be evaluated, don't do the job.
Facts.
Go do something else. That's the problem. Is that you don't want to be evaluated.
Nope.
You was no good at it, man. We telling you no good. Your glasses are worse than mine. You are Mr. Magoo.
I was kind of dirty myself, but
so I'm saying and the same thing happened in the NBA. Remember, the NBA referees went back to Silver and said, well, we don't really want you with that in the game report and telling us what calls we were wrong and right on. Could you keep that secret?
No.
Can you guys?
No.
Well, look, I'm gonna keep your paycheck secret. Right? How about that? How about we keep the paycheck secret?
Yeah.
And I'll let it out when I know the secret, because the reality is, listen, man, we have to stop. This is the only way sports will get better if people stand up and say, yo, look, you did all this stuff for baseball. We kind of tighten up the times of the game. You're making the pitches go faster. Everything goes faster, but yet you still got these idiots back here, and not all of them, but you still get guys making overly bad calls behind the plate. And the arguments take up almost an inning. So why don't we just not get it wrong and play the game? Can we get back to Freddie Freeman, Kevin? Because yesterday you said he was at a restaurant in Atlanta. So I need to know what's good with Freddie in the restaurant.
Oh, thanks for the segue. So real quick, Jason Owens of Yahoo Sports. On Friday, Freddie Freeman was in tears upon his first trip to Atlanta as a visiting player. On Tuesday, he reportedly fired the agents who oversaw his off-season departure from the Braves to the LA Dodgers. ESPN Buster Only reports that the first baseman cut ties with XL Sports Management, which failed to reach an agreement with the Braves before Freeman signed as a free agent with the Dodgers. Per Only, Freeman is angry how his free agent negotiation played out. After the report, Freeman described his reputation as fluid situation in a statement. And this is what he said. Last week in Atlanta was a very emotional time for me and my family. Freeman's statement reads, I am working through some issues with my longtime agents at Excel. My representation remains a fluid situation, and I will update if needed. So let me speak on this first, right? When Freddie Freeman, when he signed with the Dodgers, I believe I said on this show, I said I find that odd. He just came off a championship. He just won. He's been with the organization a long time.
Owns the city. He's
the man in Atlanta. Why would he just up and sign with the Dodgers?
It was quite shocking.
Even if it was between $2 and $3 million, I believe we would have signed with. And I'm going to have a follow-up question to this to make you to bring this all together once I finish this soliloquy, as they call it, right? Why would he sign with the Dodgers? Why? So I thought it kind of odd. And so when he received this ring this weekend, they had a 4-game series with the Braves. They came back home, he received his ring. He was crying and carrying on. You see spots of him on the thing where he's like, everybody's enjoying the game. He's like, damn, I like miss my peoples, man. And I get it. I have one who have moved away from home, not once, but twice. And yes, you sometimes get homesick and stuff like that. And I get it. And I can absolutely empathize. But I think my opinion, if his agents did not accurately funnel that information correctly so he can give a good conscious effort on making that decision for his family,
right?
That is messed up a whole lot. And absolutely, he should be terminated, fired, mad, and I'm mad because he would have moved differently. If it was a difference between $2 or $3 million, Freddie would like, all right, can y'all come a little? If y'all like, if that's what y'all, all right, cool. I sign with y'all. I'm good. $2 or $3 million is.
Kev, I heard that Atlanta was going to give him more money. He just never got the offer.
That is despicable.
So let me finish because I'm gonna bring this to what I don't know if Dorian even thought about this because D always be thinking about stuff like DA always be thinking about this stuff. So those of you who sometimes y'all get at Lamar Jackson. Oh, Lamar Jackson's representing himself. How much agents get on the dollar of the agents? That's just something good to think about, right? The agents make how much money off of how much percent?
Between 3 and maybe 5%.
Yeah.
Per deal.
Here you are supposed to be representing me. And I don't get all the information to make a life decision. My decision for my family.
Why
so is it because you got XL got offices in LA and not Atlanta? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Go ahead, detective. Get into it now.
DA, take away. I'm done, man. I'm done. But I'm just saying, all y'all that be hollering, oh, Lamar Jackson, he's representing himself. Well, damn. Well, Lamar Jackson is going to get all the information because XL whatever, then give him the information.
Unless Lamar Jackson crazy and he's talking to himself like, "Hey,
I'm done.
Lamar,
I'm
hey,
done.
Lamar, did you
I'm
tell
done.
me this? Yeah, man, I told you this yesterday.
I'm done. I mean, we was making fun, but once I got all the information about Freeman, I would be mad too.
Yeah,
I mean, like, dang, man, that's beat up. DA, go ahead.
And I'm just going because I don't. This time, Kev, like, it's out the park. But I got much else to say than, that's also this dude's legacy. Because he always talked about wanting to be there for good.
Yes.
He wanted to be this and be out. He didn't want to go nowhere. So he probably thought that Atlanta was doing him dirty in negotiations, but he wasn't getting information.
Yeah.
That's whack. And, and Freddie's, it's not like he's balling. He's balling. He's playing out there in LA. It's not like he's sulking on the bench. He's playing. He's just
being a professional.
He's just letting cats know something went wrong here. And I didn't know it till I got back to Atlanta. And they told me, "Yo, dog, we was going to sign you. We was going to sign you back." What happened, man? I didn't know y'all wanted to sign me back.
Well, I'm going to tell you today earlier, Casey Close, who was the former manager of Mr. Freeman, he states, and I quote, part of that false narrative is the suggestion that I did not communicate a contract offer to the Freemans. Close said in a statement that was emailed to Atlanta Journal-Constitution. To be clear, we communicated every offer that was made, as well as every communication Excel had with the Braves organization throughout the entire process. He goes on to say, and I'll give you the who this is coming from. I have a 30-year reputation in this business for the integrity and honesty, and I have always operated with the utmost character. At Excel, we are privileged to represent many explanatory athletes, some of whom have chosen to spend their entire careers with one franchise. We also put the players' goals and best interests first and will always continue to do so, end quote. That came from Center Daily Times. Justin Toscano, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Of course, he goes. But D, what else is going to say?
What else?
Hey, man, I just got to give him his side of the story, brother.
Hey, what had happened was
what had happened was
that
I got to get both sides of the story, man.
The dude, listen,
this is what we do here at Sports Chasers Podcast.
Said, we got $50 for Freddie, and I said, what? He said $50. I said, what? I said, hey, you got some cigarettes? He said, no, let's go to the store. And when we got back, Freddie was there. So I told him dude had $15 for him. You said $50 before. Yeah, I told Freddie what the man had said. So it ain't on me, it's on Freddie. Thank you. Not my fault. Excel. Out the door. That's what happened. What can you do?
I would just say this. If it is true, it's jacked up. If it's not, it's jacked up. All I will say is, and I just put it in the YouTube chat. We are live, by the way, on YouTube.
Yeah.
Keep your receipts, people. That's all I will say. Keep your receipts. Okay. Because the Atlanta Braves, I hope you kept your receipts because you have made quite an allegation. And what was the name? I'm sorry, I didn't catch. What was the name of the agency?
Excel.
I hope you have your receipts too.
Yeah.
And when
Excel Sports Management.
Yes, thank you. Excel Sports Management. Hopefully, shout out to my man Hassan Davis in the chat. What's up, B? Yeah, man. Yeah. Keep your receipts, people. Keep your receipts, man, because when stuff like this happen, you have to come with your facts. It's not no opinion. Crazy. It's not about what you heard, what you heard, all this other stuff. No.
What you think.
Black and white wins at the end of the day.
Isn't it like your boy, right? Dumerville, right? Down there.
Florida.
Kev, in Florida. Yeah. He same thing. Like something happened with the agent and didn't send this and didn't send that, and boom. I mean, these things you would assume dudes have kind of wrapped up tight, but evidently not.
So XL represents Joe Montana, the quarterback Jacksonville. What's his name?
Ooh,
The new one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, homeboy.
What's the dude with the long hair, man?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't think of his name. I see him real.
Sunshine.
Hold on.
Sunshine, man.
That's bad.
Hey, you gonna ask me?
That is
If
sad.
you ask me, Matt Leinart? No, not him.
Matt
Keep it
Leinart.
going. Let me see. While you try to find him, I'm throwing out another name.
He
what's the
represents
guy?
also Tiger Woods, Paul Goldsmith.
Gracious, why I can't think of this kid's
Trevor
name.
Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yes. So yeah, you know, they're not nothing for Gazy. So with Eric, all right, like he said, if what Freeman is a legend is true, that's really I'll say it again, that's beat up. You got to give the man every ounce of information to make that life-changing decision. Because that
It's
is
like
a
buying a house, bro. Could you imagine you buy a house and they told you they got a new roof and the roof is not?
Yeah, it's not there.
No, the roof got full of termites.
Yeah,
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The roof is still 50 years old.
I'll say it again, that's beat up.
Come on, you know that's kind of
When they tell you buy something and you got a lifetime warranty, and you have something wrong with it and you go back, you ain't got the lifetime warranty. It's as is. Okay,
Yes.
well, I got my receipts here and it clearly states.
That's the dude selling a box of rocks on the West Side Highway. You think you got the VHS? There's some rocks in the box. So yeah,
It's in the box.
Yeah, dog.
It ain't no good.
I feel sorry
just
for Freddie Freeman. That's beat up because his heart is truly not. I mean, he's playing, but he's
and he's playing well with the Dodgers. He's a professional.
He's
a professional. He's a pros. But you know, it's got to be something where that's not where you really want to be.
No,
and that's not where you want to end your career. And you know, Freddie, like you said, Freddie owned the city in Atlanta. He's been there for a long time.
Well, he was running it. He was running it for real.
Freddie, you know, shout outs to Freddie. And I know it does sound funny because I remember when it was a shock to me when he actually took the deal. I said, man, Freddie, and you're right, Kev, after you just finished World Series, you win the World Series.
Was that before or after the whole thing with him and Acuna? Remember they tried to stir up some mess talking about him and Acuna wasn't seeing eye to eye.
I think that was the same. I think it was.
But Freddie wins anyway because he's been there the longest. He was the heart and soul. So whether
I bring that up,
and Acuna was hurt anyway.
Yeah, I bring that up. I only bring that up because you know what happens when guys are thinking about leaving. Some things get stirred up in the media.
Yeah, they be making up these fake stories. Yeah, fake stories, fake news.
Just saying.
66 of them. Fake.
Stop. Yeah. 66 fake news all in one time. Yes.
But there was something else with baseball. I wanted to say real quick.
Go ahead, D.
Everybody, please be aware. With San Francisco Giants being 11, you really don't want them there this time of year because they end up usually winning the West when they, start coming on like right now, and you don't know who's on their team and any players. And next thing you know, it's San Francisco Giants in first place by 4 games at the end of August. So that's a team I don't care who's playing for them. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing every year. So when that stood out to me when Kevin said that they were 11, correct, the Power, I was like, wow, that's not a good place if you're in the National League West.
Hey, D, it goes back to saying what I said. This 4th of July weekend coming up.
Yeah, it get real now.
It starts to get real. Starts to see
dudes for the second time this year,
Start getting real now. So now baseball probably have my fully undivided attention, especially when all the things is most of the stuff is over. The Stanley Cup, NBA Finals is over. Again, you start to ramp up with the football stuff a little bit, So
let me move quick. Talk about tennis for a few minutes before I go to hockey. Rafael Nadal, he's moved on to the 3rd round a couple of hours ago in Wimbledon. He's the favorite to win Wimbledon. He will face Richard Bakanis, I believe, here in the 3rd round. So we'll see with that. one of the things I also wanted to bring up with tennis is Serena. She played the other day. She hasn't played singles in about a year since she got hurt and she got bounced in the first round. My question to you guys, man, what's going to happen with Serena? She's going to go ahead. E.
Let me go first.
Yeah.
Serena is going to be, I'm not wishing this, but this is just my outlook. Serena is going to be the Tiger Woods of tennis. And why I say that is because she will just be a draw. People got to understand, this woman got a family. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, you get all these injuries and they nagging and all this other stuff. And I feel in my heart of hearts that she wants to win, but it's not at the top of her priority list now. You know what I'm saying? She's a wife, she's a mother, and sometimes, yeah, she's already the GOAT. So sometimes when other things take priority over your life, you really sit back and you balance. Okay, well, am I always going to go hard in my career when I'm already achieved more than what I thought or more than what others thought or what have you? So it might not be the same precision that she once had. You know what I'm saying? So I she may win one or two more, but I don't think I think we've hit the ceiling with Serena. That's just my take.
Serena, I believe, just turned 40. And like he said, she's a mom now, and she's got other priorities in life, family and things of that nature. She's the GOAT already. Greatest of all time. Greatest, tennis player. I actually happened to see the movie that Will Smith portrayed the dad.
Great movie. Really
great movie, man. Really, if you haven't seen it, really one of the great, good sports movies to watch. Had a good time watching that. Yeah, I was gonna talk about that. Excuse me, got sidetracked for a second. So yeah, we wanted to touch on tennis for a little bit. I'm not a tennis expert. We're working on getting a tennis expert. You know how we do here. We talk about all sports. So spent a little time on tennis. Let me go to the National Hockey League. As I said before, the aforementioned shout out to the Colorado Avalanche for hoisting Lloyd Stanley's Cup on Sunday night. They defeated the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-2. That was a very entertaining game. Dan had some notes for me. When Dan comes back next week, he's gonna. He wasn't able to give me the notes that he wanted to, but when he comes back, he'll elaborate a little bit more. But what he wanted to say about hockey players, man, he said Quadri had a surgery on his thumb that was broken 2 places. After the Cup Finals, he played with this broken thumb, and he probably shouldn't have been, but he played because he was trying to win this cup. These guys. He said it's important to note that a bruised leg knee does not keep anybody out of the lineup. These guys, these hockey players, really want to play. Like I said, shout out to the Avalanche. They played. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They went down swinging, man. They absolutely went down swinging, and I expect to see them there next year, somewhere near the top. Whatever. I don't know the money situation. Whatever. Dan will come back next week and elaborate on all of that stuff. Yeah. But I'll just go around the panel real quick, starting with D-Dub. What do you think about the Avalanche and the Lightning and the Stanley Cup? But before I give it to D-Dub, the Stanley Cup playoffs was extremely exciting. I enjoyed it from the first round to the Stanley Cup Finals. It was very exciting, titillating, very good. Games were close, sometimes high scoring, especially that Edmonton and what was that? Edmonton and Colorado series. Yeah, so that was very good. D-Dub, start with you. Go ahead.
It's serious, man. I saw, that's all you could ask for. I thought it was gonna go 7, but Colorado got them out of there in 6. So shout out to the Avalanche, and again, I shout out to Tampa Bay also. Tampa Bay is also a good team, but Colorado, I just felt like they've been doing it all year, all Oh yeah. So, those guys are just fast, sleek, and kudos to them. Good series. I enjoyed the whole playoff run this year. Especially paying a lot of attention to it. Um, and Dan enlightening us on hockey stuff. So it was good season.
Shout out to Dan, the hockey dude.
Shout out to Dan, yes sir,
for bringing along his hockey journey, man. And he's our guy. He's with the family, man, and he did an awesome job. Dan loves hockey.
Shout out to Dan.
The whole time, Dan loves hockey, man, and he broke it down. We're gonna have to get Dan. Like I said last week, we're gonna have to give him a big boy like they do Kenny Smith and Shaq. Dan brought the props last week.
Yeah, just make sure you don't trip over no cords.
Yeah. Dan definitely kept us engaged. He kept me engaged. Kept me,
absolutely, man.
Kept me on my toes a little bit.
Always very
stuff that I didn't know
too.
Yes,
he was. D, your thoughts about the series?
Hey, man. First and foremost, hockey is back, America. So just in case you didn't know, they're bringing it. They're bringing enthusiasm with the games, the announcers, the broadcast. NHL Network. It to me, from first round to the end, east to west, exciting series. Learning about new players and what they're doing. Like I said, and I think hockey has a great future because there's a lot of young stars that are balling without a ball but a puck, out there. So, congrats,
You got to do it in a different world, because the pucking is not.
But we I am congrats to Colorado. They got like 3-4 studs like for real. And Tampa's back. They have a heart of a champion and play like it. So hoping the Rangers can make their way up to that next round. But this was very exciting. Games 1 through 6. So kudos to hockey, man. And they're back. So
Kev, only one thing I got to say about hockey is that whoever they use to ship the Lord Stanley's Cup and didn't ship it to the right address.
Did you hear that?
Ship the damn Stanley Cup to the wrong address. The numbers was off by 1. Man, they
so I believe a couple got it. They was like, "Yo, what is this?"
These two couples, this couple got it, and they just only got to take a picture. I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised they didn't take it, but shout outs to whoever their company they need to find another company. Maybe I guess it wasn't FedEx. I'm assuming it wasn't FedEx or UPS.
Right,
we don't know. We're not paying them, so we ain't.
No doubt.
Hey, shout out to anybody that want to come through, be sponsors, whatever. Holla at us. info@sportschaserspodcast.net.
No doubt.
Go
ahead.
I'm gonna just say, man, I was the only one riding with Tampa Bay, man, and man, even though they're not my team, they was my adopted team in the playoffs. Again, they showed grit. You always want a competitive series, and that's what we got. And just to piggyback off of what DA said, man, hockey is back, people. In my opinion, this playoff run was right behind the last NFL playoffs. If we're going to go playoffs, the NBA was but the NFL, then the NHL. You might say 1A and 1B, or you might just say 1, 2, whatever, but it's right up there with them, man. So give hockey a chance, people. If you're looking for something else that's just about the sport, you ain't got a whole bunch of hoopla and bamboozlement and ski mask waves and a bunch of Hans Grubers going on.
False narratives.
Hockey. Yeah, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Hockey players just want to play, man.
Yeah, I don't hear none of that stuff about these guys, man. Just play.
Yeah.
And the Rangers, please get this deal done with Kako. So just make sure y'all get the job done. Sign that boy up.
Yeah, but shout out to the Colorado Avalanche, man. Like D-Dub said, they did it all year, and you could tell that they was going to be there at the end, and they were. So shout out to them. Shout out to Tampa Bay. They need to give my man Stamkos a raise because he seemed like the only one that was slapping that puck in, man. So
Stamkos was amazing. Vasilevsky, their goalie for the Lightning, amazing. Like the best in him and what's his name? Igor from the Rangers, man.
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
It's just totally amazing how he plays.
I think Tampa just definitely. Tampa, is they probably just need to get a rest, man. This is because they've been doing it for what, three years
and
now.
It's not easy getting back there, ladies and gentlemen, in any sport. It's not easy, and they've done it 3 years in a row.
They've been playing straight hockey for a long time. So Dan had mentioned that early on, and we had conversations about that. It's tired catches up to you, man. After a while, it catches up to you. You got skates like Colorado, man. Colorado fast, bro.
Fast. Last time anybody won 3 back-to-back was the Islanders when they won 4 in Long Island from 81 to 85. Them Island teams were awesome. And that's hard to get back. That means you play a lot of hockey. And I believe back then, it was less games. You play the first round, you play 5. So you didn't play 7 like it is now. Every series now is 7 from the first round on to the Cup Finals. So, Dan, again, appreciate you. Dan's not with us tonight, but Dan, appreciate you for the journey, man. Dan's on mine. He's to me, he's the best damn hockey analyst dude on the planet, man.
That's
he
right.
loves the sport of hockey, man. He loves, man. Let me move real quickly to we got a few minutes. Big things going on with college football. It's not the college football that you know now, because the University of Southern Cal and University UCLA are headed to the Big Ten. No more Pac-12. The conference presidents voted to approve the addition of both Pac-12 universities on Thursday evening, and both schools made official announcements to confirm their news shortly thereafter. With the addition of USC and UCLA, the Big Ten will have 6-member institutions beginning in 2024. The Big Ten last expanded in 2014, and it brought Maryland and Rutgers into the conference. The Big Ten previously added Nebraska in 2011 and Penn State in 1990. I remember when they did Penn State, which had, and y'all remember, Penn State was an independent. Am I correct? Yeah, and Penn State was independent back then, which had the only 4 additions in the last 70 years prior to Thursday. I believe Eric brought it up to me, and DA put it in the chat. I'm going to start with Eric. What does this mean for college football?
Yo, we spoke on this before, man. It's going to be a bunch of super conferences, and you have the SEC already beat everybody to the punch, and now the Big Ten is trying to keep up, man. I mean, it's a dog world out here, and everybody's got to do something to keep up. The Pac-12, you might as well say bye-bye, because you don't have anything that's going to Stanford, Washington State, Oregon. Come on, man. That's no star power. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I guess they'll join the WAC. I don't know. But it's getting serious now. People need to start paying attention to what's going on in the NCAA. So
D-Dub, what you got?
Hey, 2 super conferences. Hopefully, it just, to me, all I'm looking for is better competition. That's all I want. So if it comes down to this is what it's going to be, then so be it. Other than that, I ain't got nothing for you, because you know how I feel about this whole thing about college football and the whole 9. So as long as we getting good games and I'm going to get a good Final Four, I don't really care.
Do you want the playoffs expanded? I know I'm jumping the gun.
I'm not sure if that's what they need. I just think they just need to get the 4 teams correct. What is this? Where do you start off? 4 or 6 teams? 16? 4 teams.
I think it's 4 still.
4, right?
It's 4, yeah.
Get the 4 teams correct. Get the 4 teams correct. Because then and the body of work. 4 teams, body of work. What you got here?
No, I was just reading in the comments. I bet I saw it said because the Pac-12 is trash, college football is the SEC.
Hey, Haas, you right, brother. You right.
They've been there for how long now? So I mean, It is what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Line.
That's what it is. So, hey, if that's what I just want competition. I want to be able to see some good games, some quality games between quality opponents.
But what about the smaller schools?
They're gonna play other small schools.
Well, the small schools, yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, you really want Southern Illinois to play Alabama? I mean, come on now.
Listen,
let's
What about Cincinnati?
What about them? They'll stay right where they belong. With other teams,
they got there on the stage and they got smashed.
They got folded up. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
What are we talking about here?
I'm not.
That's what D-Dub is talking about.
I'm not going to get out here and defend these teams that talk about what about. No, you can't handle it.
Show us different. Show us different, and then
We
we'll back
beat
you up.
Notre Dame.
Yo, man.
And they don't. I'm not even gonna go there.
Notre Dame, another one. Fake
Not
jewelry
even
wearing.
Not even going there.
I'm not. You want to be independent, and then you don't want to. Come on, man. I'm not.
Destiny's Child independent.
Nope.
Yeah, they in the
Nope.
smoke.
I'm not.
They're in the smoke-free zone, D.
Yeah.
Smoke-free.
Yeah. So you want to stay outside. You want to stay outside the lines, or there you go. You're outside the lines.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing for you, man. Nothing.
Notre Dame want that. They got that TV money, so they said, "Yo,
That's the only way. That's the only reason why they stay afloat the way they do.
Yeah.
DA been saying that for years.
It's the only reason why.
All right.
You know,
they got that NBC money, and
they right. So you got more eyes. Oh, Notre Dame is good. Yada yada. No, they're not.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Notre Dame should be playing in the Big Ten.
They that good because you seen them on TV on a Saturday. That was you didn't have nothing else to do. You was drinking beer in front of your fireplace, and they look good to you.
But, yeah.
The music, the band sounds great.
If you didn't have cable,
You know what
that's
I'm
all
saying?
they had left.
Then when they get in front of a powerhouse school, Alabama, smoke them.
Yeah.
Then we talking about what was they doing here? Why are they here?
Yeah. The only
Go ahead, D. I know. See,
I'm not even gonna go too hard, D. I just don't. I remember my man, and I love this dude. I think he was really good on ESPN. Golick was actually talking mess like.
Shout out to Mike Golick.
Yeah, like they had a chance to beat Alabama in that 10.
He knew.
And dude was like, dude, are you crazy?
Mm-hmm.
They drugged them dudes up and down the field. But going back to the issue at hand, it's gonna end up being, I think, 4 or maybe 5 super conferences. And then everybody else is going to be 1A, whatever you call it. Like where Cincinnati's at. You're gonna get a bunch of those. And it's not a bad thing because again, is more money. If they think about it, it's probably a better sell because I told Sir Kevin every year, dudes watch the D2 and D3 football championship series every year because it's good football. It's evenly matched teams. You got a Division III team against another Division III team, and they just go hard and they do their little tournament, and you got a championship. Dog, dudes love it. It's just competitive football. That's all. Dog, we need to stop asking to play against Alabama.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Because you're not going to win.
All you're going to do is get hurt. So, it goes back like when me and Kev was young, like the first game of the year would be like Florida State against DeVry. You know what I'm saying? And like Florida State would win like 175-6. Dudes would be getting carried off the field. It's like, come on, man. Let's stop it, man. This NIL thing is changing things, man.
Change the game.
But this is the way that schools figure they can group up together in a big conference and you can grab players that way. Because, you can say, well, my conference is on TV every week. If you come here, you're doing this and da-da-da. It helps, man. It helps. It all helps back to getting these kids on campus and into the school. But we'll probably have another show on this before the college football season begins.
Yes.
A lot going on, though. A lot going on there, man. For real.
Nah, man. Yeah, definitely, man. When you guys put it in the chat, I was like, wow, that's huge. College football, NCAA, that's moving. Dad, what you say? You can't win.
Adrian told Rocky, you can't win.
You can't win,
right? That's how this college.
Never try to
go well, you can't win. Yeah, exactly.
All right, Adrian. Bye.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, Rocky, another great sports movie. I love all the Rockies, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Major League, man. Major League.
Major League too.
That's
yes.
another one. Yeah.
Dog. I watched that shit the other night here, man. I was tearing up, man. I'm like, wild thing. Damn. You make my heart.
Yo, wow.
Yo, DK say, yo, y'all watching Major League?
Yo, right? Yo, what was the Spanish dude's name supposed to be? Oh,
I forgot.
He walk around grabbing his balls like, oh, bolas.
Man, man. Hey, man, what a great show today. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but I just wanted to go ahead and do this. I'm gonna do this real quick because we don't show them no love in their sport, man. Yo, the WNBA. I'm gonna give y'all my top 5 going on right now. So, Of course, the Chicago Sky is 14-5. They seem like they're going right back to the championship. You also got the Las Vegas Aces also at 14-5. You have the Connecticut Sun at 13-7. You have the Washington Mystics at 13-9, and we have the Seattle Storm at 12-7. Everybody else is under 500, so there's no need to mention them. If I had a prediction, and no, I don't watch every game, but I do watch some highlights. Barring any injuries, the Chicago Sky is going to hoist that trophy up once again. Now, before the season started, I was all in with the Brittany Griner-less Phoenix Mercury, because it seemed like they had an all-star squad there. And just like how we said before, if you don't have continuity, if you don't have all the pieces in the right places, it's going to fall flat on their face. Now, would they be different if Griner was there? I'm sure they would be, but you still got the GOAT. You still got my girl, oh my God, I just forgot her name that quick. Taurasi. You still got Taurasi there. Right. You still got, what's my girl name? Anyway, you still got a bunch of girls, ladies that can ball, and they're just not getting it done. Hopefully they can, get some traction going and change some things and get into the playoffs. But currently they are 9-12, so it's not out of the realm of possibilities. But I just want to throw that out there for all the WNBA fans that we have as part of the Sports Chasers family.
Shout out to E for
good look, E.
Give us the WNBA. We're towards the end of our show. Good show tonight. Let me do a couple of housekeeping things. We can be found on all major podcast platform, as Mike Mills, in his absence, like to say what the screaming man at the beginning of the show. Shout out to my man Ken, man, for doing that for us. We're on all major platforms when it comes to podcasts. Just search Sports Chasers. We're there. That beautiful logo you see in the back of all of us, it pops up. We're there. You can binge our episodes, see that we've been consistent about what we're saying, and you want to call out and email us at info@sportschaserspodcast.net. You can feel free. Hey, if you want to be a super fan, hey, hit us up at info@sportschaserspodcast.net. We got our own website. Go to the guest form, fill it out, and just say, hey, I want to be a super fan. Please fill it out in its entirety, because, yes, we do check. Make sure you are not a troller. Yes, we do. Get your 15 minutes of fame. You come through. You come talk to us about whatever when it comes to the world of sports, man. And we do that. What else? We are on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on all that stuff. We have a YouTube channel, as we are doing right now. Shout out to you. Please like, click, and subscribe. Please also share. Please share it. Yeah, we thank you for all those that are currently down. But hey, tell somebody if you really like really good sports talk, man. Hey, tell them to chime in every Thursday night, 7:30. We are here, and if we're not here on the Thursday night, we're gonna let you know when we'll be on. But majority of the time, 7:30 is our slot. We're here 90 minutes. Hey, you give us 90 minutes, we'll give you the sports world. We're the Sports Chasers podcast. With that said, our parting thoughts. We'll start off with the DA. What you got for us, sir, as we say goodnight?
Everybody have a great weekend. A safe 4th of July. Stay away from the fireworks. Let the professionals do it. Don't go out there and get yourself hurt. Don't drink. Don't drive. Don't do both together. And everyone, man, just like my man E is going to tell you in a minute, love one another. That is all. Appreciate
the DA. E, the angry one, what you got for us?
Got another alley-oop, man. I'm doing well, man. I'm shooting 1,000 from the field. Okay, anyway. Yo, man, great show as always. Mike Millie, we miss you. See you next week. Dan, the hockey guy, appreciate you as always. See you next week. Durant, the golf guy, we'll catch up with you soon, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Another Thursday night in the books. Hey, man, as I always say, like DA just alluded to, everybody please watch out for your fellow man, woman, and child. Cost you absolutely nothing. Please be safe out there this weekend. Yo, man, live life, man. Don't always bring this to every encounter. Live your life. Don't live life through the photos after the fact as you putting them on your socials. Live the moments, because that's what matters. I'm the angry one. I'm out.
Dang, that was deep. Live the moments. I like that.
Live the moments.
Live the moments. Go ahead, D-Dub.
Yo, great show as always. Appreciate all you guys tuning in, checking us out. Give us a chance. Hear something a little bit different. Don't let that media stuff. They hype this thing up to generate stuff. So just let it play out. We'll see. Also, you know what I wanted to say, Kev? Getting back to that Brooklyn Net team, that's got to go down as the worst. I mean, the potential of all them players coming together, and we didn't get to see nothing happen or come out of it.
Go ahead, E.
Can I just? I'm gonna just say one thing. Oh, also shout out to my man Hassan Davis setting this up in the chat in the YouTube
what's
chat.
Up, Hassan? Yeah.
I just want to say, think about this, ladies and gentlemen. The last time the Nets had a deep run, Kerry Kittles was just starting two guard. The New Jersey Nets went back to back. Why? Because they played fundamental basketball, and they had one hell of a point guard in Jason Kidd. If you don't know it, YouTube it.
Keith Van Horn.
Watch it for yourself. Kenyon Martin.
Was Richard Jefferson on that team?
I think RJ was.
He was a young.
He's a young pup.
He was a youngin. Yeah,
he's a young pup then.
But just imagine if Carter was on that team.
Kev, I mean, you just think about it. I mean, they had so much talent. I mean, we have never. I mean, the Knicks. I don't care what anybody said. Everybody know who's from New York that's a Knicks town. Period. Right. I don't care. And we Brooklyn dudes. The Brooklyn dudes know that's a Knicks town. I don't care. Ball none.
Say something.
Yeah, say it. I don't. Yeah, but to have that collection of talent from Harden, KD, Kyrie. I mean, what's his face? This guy,
Harden,
crazy.
KD, Ben Simmons.
Simmons. I mean, it's just a wasted. If this happens and goes through, I don't know. It's just disappointing. But to say the least, other than that, great show. See y'all next week. Enjoy the 4th. Be safe out there.
No doubt, man. Great show as always, man. I was talking to D-Dub earlier. He said, man, it's kind of a slow sports week. And then, we got the KD news and stuff like that. I just want to make a editorial note here. We here at the Sports Chasers, and I speak for everybody here because I know these guys concur. Hey, we're not gonna make up stuff and who's the best and all that stuff. If it's slow, it's slow. Slow is slow. We're not gonna make some stuff up. Just we're gonna talk about the sports that's at hand, and that's it.
Facts.
You might want to go to another channel if you want. Who's whatever.
You want the 2K analogies and all this other.
Yeah, and no disrespect to nobody else that's doing this, because there's a lot of lanes. We're in our lane and we're driving in it. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our speed limit and doing our thing, but we're not going to be making up the all that stuff, man. If that's what you want, man, you might want to move to somebody else's channel, and we are all cool with that, man. So, but hey, Miss Mike Mills tonight. He's not with us tonight. Mr. Mike Millie. Shout out to Mike Mills doing some things. Dan, he's not with us tonight. Dan will be back next week to excuse me, to talk about the what happened with the to give his thing. Cause I want Dan to really just give his thing when it comes to thing. I do what I can, but Dan's the man when it comes to that hockey stuff, man. So he is the man. But I ain't got nothing deep. I got nothing. Everybody enjoy your holiday weekend. Please be safe. Be careful. Like DA say, don't drink and drive. But if you're going to drink, just drink. Be at the house or whatever. If you're going to drive, just drive. Just be careful. Be safe. Go where you need to go and make it back home in one piece. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin O. Warren, your host and moderator, the Button One. On behalf of Dorian D.A. Albritton, James the Angry One Warren, Daryl D. Dub Warren, Mike Mills, and Dan, the hockey guy. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers podcast. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. See y'all next week.
Hey.